Hey folks, Dave Spalding here, and I just wanted to thank you for checking out my blog on Stevia, and you can learn, of course, a lot more about it below, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about my first experiences with Stevia and how I was introduced to it. My mom was introduced to the Sunrider Corporation probably a little over 30 years ago, and one of the products that they had, I think they got it in about 1984, was called True Sweet. And they actually, it was a Stevia product, and they had it on the market for a little while, and then the Food and Drug Administration told Sunrider that they'd have to take that off the market because it wasn't approved for use in the United States. And so consequently, after that, Dr. Chen spent almost $1 million of his own money to do all kinds of testing and things, and to show the Food and Drug Administration that it was safe for use and had been used in other countries for hundreds of years. And so anyway, Dr. Chen was very instrumental in getting this product developed and brought into the United States, and wanted to give him some credit for that. And also I wanted to let you know they have a couple of products that contain stevia, and it's called Sunnydew and Sunector. Wonderful products because they're about 100 or 200 times as sweet as sugar, but they're actually good for you. So if you can replace, sugar is probably the worst thing we have in our Western society right now that people are getting way too much of. And if you could completely eliminate sugar out of your diet, you'd feel so much better. But we're used to having that sweet tooth. So this Sunnydew or Sunector can be used in a lot of foods. A lot of replacements for sugar, and it's even sweeter, and it tastes great. And so one of the places I like to use it is for example, when you're juicing, you tend to put a lot of green leafy vegetables. I actually use a NutriBullet, but anyway, I put all those in that blender, those green leafy vegetables, and a few fruits, and when you blend it all up, it ends up tasting pretty bland. And so you can add some of this in there, and all of a sudden it turns into a really wonderful sweet drink. And so that's one good place to use it. And then you'll also want to use it in all your Sunrider products that I've recommended in other places on this site, your Cali beverage, your Fortune Delight, and that'll sweeten those up, those drinks that you're drinking every day. Makes them a wonderful drink. And just about anywhere you would use sugar, except in cooking and that, anyway, you can read a little bit more about it below, but you can replace that. And you want to replace that as much as you can, and it'll be healthy for you instead of something that's detrimental to your health. So anyway, appreciate you checking it out, and you can actually listen to the audio just below me here, and there'll be a little interview there with Dr. Chen, and a little bit about the product there too if you want to learn more about it. But in a nutshell, wonderful, wonderful product, and the way it's produced by Sunrider. Other blends of stevia leaf that are on the market right now, they actually use a chemical reaction to process the stevia, and that alters its natural structure. And the stevia in Sunnydew and Sunector, they undergo a different type of purifying and concentration process that preserves its natural structure and keeps it in its whole food form. And that's really, really important that you keep these foods in their whole food form, because if you don't, they become a chemical. And you can read more about it, of course, or listen to the audio below, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But basically, it's kind of like this, there's a lot of other companies out there offering stevia on the market that doesn't undergo this process, and he kind of sums it up in the audio below. Is you have a person here trying to sell a product, you have a person over here that's trying to buy a product, and the guy that wants to sell it wants to make as much money as he can on it, and the guy buying it wants to buy it as inexpensively as he can. And so what ends up happening is you lose quality. And that's one thing that the Sunrider company does not do. They do not skimp on quality. They make a product with quality and your health as number one. And then when it's all said and done, then they price it. And so you can be assured you're getting the highest quality stevia out there. In fact, it's probably the only stevia I know of that undergoes this process. So anyway, appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope to see you soon next time.